Hey guys, how are you? Movie Recap Nelson here again with new recap. The film opens with clearing shots of the immense, desolate Texas desert as the camera follows a man meandering through this landscape. The man is shown entering an overview bar as he implodes in weariness. The following day, a specialist treating the stunned explorer settles on a decision to a relative, who we find is the sibling of the sickly man, suggesting that he get his sibling. As Walt, the sibling of the vagabond Travis, leaves for Texas from Los Angeles, before the specialist has gotten back to his patient, the watcher finds that Travis has taken off proceeding with his meandering through the vacant land. Travis is at last found and gotten by Walt in South Texas as Walt lets his quiet sibling know that they are making a beeline for Southern California. However, Travis is yet to talk. The watcher hears Walt make sense of how he has not seen nor heard from Travis in 4 years. Their most memorable stop along the street is a little inn where they intend to rest for the evening. However, when Walt leaves to get food from the market, Travis gets the shower and takes going once more. Walt gets back to find Travis is gone and rapidly finds him not far up the street and can get him back into the vehicle. The following scene shows the two in a cafe, Travis still quiet, and Walt starts to examine Travis all the more strongly concerning his vanishing, adding that he left his child tracker behind when he was 3 for Walt to deal with in Travis' non-attendance. The watcher sees Travis is affected by the notice of his neglected child as tears stream from his eyes. In any case, he actually neglects to address Walt's requests. The pair forge ahead with their excursion the next day. Lastly, Travis starts to talk in the vehicle. He delivers an endured photo of an empty part with a "available to be purchased" sign clarifying for Walt that he bought the property and that it is situated in Paris, Texas, a city referenced to him by their mom that he accepts to be the area of his origination. While Walt is interested about this thought, he guarantees that he is progressing forward to Los Angeles to carry Travis to his child. Upon their appearance, Travis meets the spouse of Walt, who has essentially mothered Tracker throughout the previous 4 years, and he stands up to the little fellow, who is awkward and bashful towards the outsider. Walt concludes that showing a few old home recordings could assist with loosening things up of the abnormal connection among Travis and Tracker. The recordings show contacting snapshots of Travis with an infant Tracker and his better half, Jane, imparting a day at the ocean side to Walt and his significant other. That evening, the watcher sees Travis do errands around the house as he is restless and dumbfounded by his presence in this house with his child. The following day, Travis appears at Tracker's school endeavoring to head back home with him. Yet, Tracker sees him across the road, becomes fatigued, and bounces in a vehicle with a companion. Tracker clarifies that evening for Walt's significant other that he would rather not head back home by any stretch of the imagination from school, and absolutely not with Travis. She begs him to allow Travis an opportunity as he murmurs fairly inconsistent. Travis attempts once more the following day to walk Tracker home and he gains ground as the two quietly stroll on inverse sides of the road. The watcher sees that at last Travis' diligence pays off as he and Tracker are starting to banter more on their strolls. One evening, as father and child have now developed more okay with one another, Walt's better half tells Travis in mystery that she knows Jane, Tracker's mom, is still near and that she, truth be told, stores cash into a financial balance for Tracker around the same time of each and every month. She proceeds to tell Travis the name of the bank and that it is situated in Houston, Texas. Travis is not entirely settled to search Jane out, and he tells Tracker of his arrangement the following evening, making sense of why he needs to leave, as Tracker lets his dad know that he needs to go with him on his excursion. The next day, after school, both of them leave together without telling Walt or his significant other, and when they are far sufficient away, Tracker calls the house telling his guardians throughout the previous 4 years that he has left for Texas with Travis. Walt and his significant other are crushed as they have both developed very near the kid, however realize that they could never have kept him until the end of time. The accompanying scenes show the developing closeness among Travis and his child on this excursion, including Tracker teaching Travis on things he has learned in school, Travis enlightening Tracker a little regarding Jane, and Tracker resting easily on his father. They at last show up at the bank in Houston on the normal day of the store, and they split up with walkie-talkies to attempt to find Jane's vehicle. Tracker recognizes her as she is leaving, and the two make scramble to follow her down the thruway. The thought vehicle ultimately stops at a position of business, and Tracker is told to stand by in the vehicle as Travis enters the structure. The watcher before long finds that the business is a peep show parlor of sorts, where clients sit in a room at a seat on the contrary side of a one-way reflect, educating the female representatives regarding what they need to see by means of a phone radio. Travis is stunned, yet he goes into one of the rooms mentioning a blonde whom he expectations will be Jane. The principal lady sent into the room isn't Jane, and he moves to one more space where he tracks down Jane, prepared to satisfy her client, yet he can't talk. After much quiet and disarray with respect to Jane, Travis leaves and gets back to the vehicle with Tracker, furious and unclear in his clarification regarding what he saw. Travis then, at that point, drives to a bar and starts to drink as Tracker whines and Travis' crabbiness develops. They get once again to their lodging, and Tracker admits his abhorrence for this side of Travis, while Travis is gradually deciding regarding how to manage what is happening. The following day, Travis drives Tracker to a lodging in Midtown Houston and drops him off in a room, telling him again to stand by there while Travis makes a beeline for Jane's work. He goes into a room where Jane enters on the opposite side of the glass. He gets the telephone, turns his seat so it faces from Jane, and starts to talk. He talks extensively from the get-go, recounting the narrative of a man and a little kid who met and immediately experienced passionate feelings for one another. According to they before long had a youngster, and wedded most likely before they were truly prepared for all things considered. Jane is at first confounded, asking why this man may be telling her this, yet her disarray changes into shock as Travis' story develops increasingly nitty-gritty, and she starts to get a handle on who it is on the opposite side of the glass recounting the genuine story of their relationship. Travis depicts how this couple's adoration abandoned blissful to smothering, making sense of how the tanked man was choking out the little kid with his envy and control that he attempted to force on her. He tells how the man ventured to such an extreme as to attach a cowbell to the little kid's foot so he would hear in the event that she was attempting to leave around midnight, and how one time the man got the youngster and attached her to the oven with his belt. Jane is coming to tears while Travis keeps on talking, illuminating the watcher regarding how he came to hate himself and why he had vanished for such a long time, never needing to see a hint of anyone, at the point when he at long last gets done. Jane communicates how hard it had been for her to continue on from Travis and that she frequently considered what had happened to him. He at long last faces the glass, turning a light all over with the goal that Jane can get a weak look at him. He tells Jane that Tracker is in a lodging hanging tight for herself and that he would like her to go there to be brought together with him for good. Jane concurs and Travis leaves the room. The last scene follows as the Watcher watches Jane go into the lodging where Tracker is pausing and embrace her youngster. I hope you like this video. If you liked, please subscribe and leave a comment.